Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks News, sponsored by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Howdy to you on Tuesday. Hope your week is going well, and Monday went well, and we're going to start you off on this Tuesday with some news from around the Ozarks.
All right. A federal guilty plea in a multi-million-dollar illegal gambling case that is tied to Springfield. Prosecutors say a 41-year-old man admitted to running illegal game rooms disguised as arcades across the area. Authorities say the operation brought in more than $7.5 million and led to money laundering. Several locations in Springfield, along with sites in Joplin and Branson West, were all busted and shut down last year. The man is now facing decades in prison with sentencing upcoming. 2 people are recovering after a boat explosion at Lake of the Ozarks. That blast happened while a boat was being fueled up at a cove in Osage Beach. The fire triggered an explosion on board. Surprisingly, the injuries are minor. 25-year-old and 50-year-old, both from Jefferson City, were taken to the hospital but are expected to be okay.
Well, that's great news because those boat explosions can be very, very
deadly.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah. Springfield police are rolling out a new way to report loud vehicles. It's called Hear Something, Say Something.
I see what they did there.
Something. Yeah, it's a bit of a twist. It's a new campaign that lets residents submit video evidence online. Officers say clips have to show the noise, the location, and a clear license plate of the vehicle making the noise. Violators could face a $100 civil penalty that will be mailed to the vehicle's owner, which reminds me of red light cameras a little bit, but this may be different. We'll see. The city says the goal is to improve quality of life in noisy neighborhoods. The new enforcement campaign follows a noise ordinance passed by the Springfield City Council in November of 2024. So now they are doing something about it.
Mm-hmm.
A bill impacting high school sports in Missouri is headed to the governor now. Lawmakers approved a plan to create a state board to review decisions by the Activities Association. The 5-member panel would handle appeals from students and coaches when it comes to eligibility. Supporters say it provides fair oversight, but opponents call it government overreach. The governor now decides whether to sign or veto that measure, and when he goes one way or the other, we'll let you know.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars are heading to nonprofits and schools across the Ozarks. The Community Foundation of the Ozarks awarded about $500,000 to 23 organizations. Funding will support everything from education and healthcare to food access and domestic violence services. Several groups in Southwest Missouri, including in Jasper and Webster counties, will be benefiting from that money, some of that money. The grant monies are intended to strengthen communities and support families in need. Good for the Community Foundation. A growing Springfield investment firm is expanding its footprint. Black Oak Investments has purchased a nearly 17,000 square foot building near Highway 65 and I-44 that used to house Pride Truck Sales. Part of the space will serve as the company's new headquarters, and then the rest will be developed for office leasing and future projects. That building is expected to be ready by this fall.
Okay, I think I know where that building is. I think I know the one. Drivers across Missouri are being urged to watch out for turtles crossing the road, and it takes them a while, so be ready. Conservation officials say spring weather brings more turtle movement for mating and nesting. That often puts them in danger of being hit by vehicles, so you're asked to slow down and only help turtles cross the road if you can do that safely. Turtles near us have the fear of being attacked by our dogs.
Yeah, one of our dogs, not both of them.
One of our dogs. I don't think they're hurting it, but they want to play with it.
Sometimes I wonder what she's doing. I'm like, why is she taking so long to go to the bathroom or whatever? And then she'll turn around with a turtle in her mouth. I'm like, oh gosh.
And then we loose the turtle and take it over the fence.
Yes.
That's happened a few times already this year, but
I know.
it is a yearly thing because they're on the move this time of year. So.
I think that the turtles are always fine because I always put them over the fence and then they do move away. So I assume that.
Yeah. They're just traumatized somewhat. They'll be okay. You'd think that'd be smart enough to stay out of the yard. As a result.
They don't see her.
That's where the big bad dog is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We told you about this last week. The Friends of the Library book sale in Springfield. That happened. And now the results are in, and they set a sales record. All-time record. Yeah, which is good for them. This year's event brought in more than $220,000.
That's so good.
For the library system. Yeah. And they do it twice a year. So that's good money. That is the highest total since the sale began. And it began more than 40 years ago, if you can believe that. So that's cool. Proceeds support programs through the Springfield Greene County Library District. Total fundraising from the event has now topped $6 million.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. A new airport welcome center is now open in Springfield, but with a delayed celebration. The ribbon cutting for the updated space at Springfield Branson National Airport has been postponed. The center features digital kiosks and 24-hour access to local travel information. Visit Springfield says the upgrade helps create a strong first impression for visitors. No word on why or if last week's hailstorm had anything to do with the postponement. I'm going to guess so, because they have had their hands full. A new date will be announced soon, and we'll keep you posted when that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Because they certainly had a lot of hail at the airport. That's well documented.
Oh, man. Well, and I mean, I know two friends of mine whose cars sat there for several days just getting rained in.
No, they're not getting rained in. Convoy took out tarp.
No, they did. No, Convoy did take the tarp and like put it on one of the cars, but it was like a Tesla. So there's so much glass that water was still able to get in like through like the siding somehow. I don't know.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I know. Oh, but anyway, all that to say, the airport had their hands full trying to help people get cars out of there and get glass cleaned up.
Yeah, it was a big mess. And for people returning home, a big mess as well. Because even, we put the tarps went on most of the vehicles. But man, there was rain during the storm. There was rain immediately after the storm. So there was water, and we just were able to help prevent extended damage, more damage.
Yeah, right. Yeah. A big NASCAR-related event is coming to Springfield today. The Kyle Petty Charity Ride Across America will stop at Bass Pro Shops this afternoon. Fans can meet well-known NASCAR drivers and personalities during a free public pit stop event. The ride raises money for children's charities and has brought in millions of dollars over the years. That event gets underway at 4:45 this afternoon.
Well, that's pretty good for a Tuesday. I mean, most of the time there's nothing going on a Tuesday, but man, it'll be fun. Go see some NASCAR drivers, be part of that.
Head over to Bass Pro. Good times. A free live music event returns to downtown Springfield this week. The Founders Park Concert Series kicks off tomorrow at noon with a live performance. The weekly events start tomorrow. They will run through late June. You're encouraged to bring your lunch with you and sit outside, enjoy the show at Founders Park. Tomorrow's featured performer is Dave Henson.
Yeah, so see what the weather's going to be like and see if you want to sit outside and enjoy an hour. And we told you about this yesterday, but it's worth repeating. Classic film hitting the big screen in Springfield tomorrow. The Gillioz Theater will host a matinee of Swiss Family Robinson. Doors open at 1. The movie starts at 2. Tickets range from free for senior citizens with an ID to $10. And there are special deals for seniors. You get popcorn and a drink or something like that. But it's a great event at the Gillioz. They do it. It seems weekly, right? Close to weekly.
Yeah.
Maybe not every single
It depends on the season. Yeah, it depends on what season they're in. So, yeah.
But it's a good event. They do trivia ahead of time, and I'm looking forward to attending as I age. But it's not just for older folks.
Right.
Anybody can go.
Anybody can go, but it's in the middle afternoon, middle of the week. So yes, primarily retired people go typically. Yeah. Or people who don't have to work days, I suppose. Okay. That's all we got. Thanks for tuning in. We do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, Taylor Gruba Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Here is your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday. For some of you, it is a super soggy start to the new workday with temperatures starting out. Well, they look pretty mild right now, but don't be fooled. We've got morning numbers in the upper 50s. We'll get to the low and mid 60s, and then it's one of those strange days where numbers actually fall through the course of the day, and it's going to end up being dreary, cloudy, damp across the Ozarks all day long on this Tuesday, with more rain in our future as we head through the afternoon and tonight. So rain and storms are definitely in the headlines today. We had some of that activity on the radar overnight, and it's out there this morning too. Make sure you have all the rain gear with you as you head out the door. We have widespread showers and storms pushing south through the region today. They may be on and off in nature for the course of the afternoon, but I think it's just going to stay pretty dreary around the Ozarks on this Tuesday. Might have some sporting events canceled for this evening with wet fields and the like, and a few opportunities for some strong storms do exist as well. There's definitely some pockets of torrential downpours out there. We've got a cold front pushing through early this morning. Behind the front, temperatures are dropping. We're going to see that rain lingering, and there could be some very heavy rain in pockets with some of these storms that do come through. Also, hail and high wind will be possible with a few of the storms that come through today. It's not super widespread with the severe weather threat today, but there's going to be this conditional threat from late this afternoon through this evening. I think primarily for our north central Arkansas counties and our extreme southern Missouri counties. And the risks here would be hail up to the size of quarters, wind gusts to 60 miles an hour or higher. It is going to be another day with the potential for hail and high winds. So do be cautious if you have anything going on today. I know the hailstorm of last week just really kind of has everybody frightened of the severe weather. And today there could be a strong storm or two, but I don't expect it to be as widespread as it was last week. A dreary day, nonetheless. We also have below normal temperatures in the forecast. This is going to take place on Wednesday and Thursday behind the frontal boundary. Our high temperatures are basically going to crash. It's going to feel chilly around here for a couple of days this week. High temperatures will fall to the 50s as we head into Wednesday. We'll spend most of today in the 50s too. We'll be back into the low 60s on Thursday, and we do see a warm up in the future. Friday and Saturday, there's a small chance for rain each day, but temperatures should be back into the middle 70s, and we could be pushing 80 degrees again by late in the weekend into early next week. So some back and forth here with the temperature forecast, that's for sure. Today, it's just not going to feel very nice outside. Not only do you need the jacket, you probably need the long sleeves under it. Temperatures in the afternoon in the 50s with the north wind, not going to feel too good. Add the rain in too. Around the country, what's making headlines, it's snow and wintry precip returning for parts of the Sierra Nevada with rain and storms in the forecast for the lower elevations. We've got snow and wintry weather in the forecast for the Rockies, and a strong cold front is bringing some of the southeast some colder weather as well. We had that hit in the northern plains and the Midwest, and that's going to be moving through the southeastern portion of the country as we head closer to the middle of the work week. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with yesterday, you may remember this from your grade school tests. But the question that I had for you was, what is the largest ocean on Earth? And the options were the Atlantic, the Indian, the Pacific, and the Arctic. And if you chose the Pacific, you would be correct. That was D. Congrats if that was your choice. Here's your next chance to win $50 to Godfather's Pizza. Which layer of the Earth is the only one that exists entirely as a liquid? creating the dynamo effect, responsible for our magnetic field? Do you think that is A, the inner core, B, the outer core, C, I'm going to say this wrong, asthenosphere? I know I just said it wrong again. I even practiced this before the podcast. Asthenosphere. There we go. Or D, the lower mantle. I'll let you know the answer. It's tomorrow. Let's hope it's not C. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow morning. Stay warm, stay dry in the Ozarks today. Grab the umbrella and the rain gear. It is going to be a cold and windy day. I'll be right back here tomorrow morning to give you the latest update on our cool down. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Have a great one. Stay warm.